thank you for making it down your busy schedule to come on my podcast today.
I had to.
Appreciate it.
I had to.
Because you got a new album out.
Word. Honestly, I dropped Indigo Child on during the eclipse.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, on
Okay.
the 21st of August. And I also re-released a digital remaster on my album Sankofa that people rock with pretty heavy, man. And like people been rocking with Indigo Child pretty heavy too. You know, I'm looking forward to the next project. You know, it's gonna do 22 grams next. But you know, it just kind of depend on how this build-up goes, because I got something else in store too. So,
okay, that's what's up. So I think we got about 4 tracks today that we're going to introduce off the Indigo Child, or 3 out of 4, I guess. Right?
Yeah. We got 2 Indigos, 3 Indigo Child, and 1 Sankofa.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. The first song I was going to play is "Pause for the Cause."
Pause for the cause, baby.
You want to kind of elaborate on that? What's that song all about before we get into it?
Man, I was really just talking about growing up, man, coming up. Just different things, you know, that you have to maneuver through as a young man coming up in the South. And then, if you listen closely, I tell a story using my favorite albums and songs.
Okay. And you're from
my childhood.
From Arkansas, right?
Yeah, Hot Springs, Arkansas, East Side.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, well, let's get into it, you guys. Like I said, we got Rasheed Jamal in the studio today, and we get into his new album right now. Well, his first track off his new album, Pause for the Cause. Turn that up a little bit.
Hey, we gotta have you on that.
Huh?
That's gonna be my new little tag. Turn that up a little bit.
All right. Man,
Of course, you saying
I'm
that.
trying to get in the studio, honestly, because I do a little singing, but I haven't really been like in the studio like that. So.
You recorded anything?
No, that's what I was like, I want to, but yeah, because I do a little singing. Man, let me know what's good. I've never actually been like had the studio by like recording the actual studio. Where you usually record at? I mean, of course I want to be ready when I'm there. I don't want to just like not know what I'm doing. We have like an instrumental or something like you have.
I'm professional.
I mean,
We got it right. I can put you out there and hack you up there looking crazy.
Man, for real.
It's like it takes a minute to like get activated.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like when you sing it. It's like when you sing it.
Do you actually do a little singing too, or you just rap?
I got a song on Indigo Child. What song on?
Okay. Not one of these.
This one is on the album.
Oh, okay, cool. We are going live. Yes, yes. Hope you guys are tuning in right now. Doing it with Keryha, Portland's radio.
You cool with Keryha? Check out my album.
Hey, Indigo Child.
Bullshit,
Get
man.
it,
It's
let's
like the
get
best album that came out.
it. Ooh, cocky with it. There's a lot of competition here in Portland now. I said there's a lot of competition in here in Portland now, so I don't know. I like the beat though. What is that off of that old school song? Who is that again?
Sounds like
By who? I know that sound. I'm a big R&B.
I always forget what they call it, man.
Right, it's
I
an
listen to
old.
the joint all the time, though, man.
Yeah.
Crazy Bone Nigga, man.
So Busta Rhymes, get away, get away. Hey.
I do that on purpose.
What?
I do that type of shit on purpose. Okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised I never like either met you or like seen you perform or anything. That's crazy. Yeah. I think that you're being a Holocene soon. I've never been there. I'm gonna have to come check you out.
That's a good song. It's
Or
like a dance party slash performance slash. They have house music playing, some trap music playing.
Is it just gonna be you performing, or is it like other people? Or?
Yeah, it's gonna be like DJs.
Oh, that's that line be, man, that line is no joke. That's the reason I don't go there. That line be long, but
I think I've only been to Holocene like 2 or 3 times.
yeah.
2 or 3 times when I went.
Yeah, they have like tribute nights, so I'm like, okay, I might want to go, but that line is, I gotta get there early. Okay, we got bars. This is a pretty long song. Yeah, that beat is tight. See, I wanna, if I were to sing, I wanna like an old school R&B song. Like if I were, like I wanna do something like this. Like
you gotta do what works for you. Everybody can't do
with Fisher voice and all that. Like
everybody can't do the auto-tune thing. It's not for everybody.
Exactly.
Some people actually have good voices, and like they're throwing their voices away.
Right.
Like I'm not scared to say that on the radio either.
Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Okay.
Yeah.
A little freestyle right there.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we are back. If you missed it, that was Mr. Rasheed Jamal.
Yeah.
With one of his tracks off his new album.
Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause. All right,
Man.
so and let you guys know, you guys can always call in. I feel like a lot of my listeners don't know. They can actually call in, have some feedback. You know, you guys can talk about that song, you like it or not. You know, if you want me to spin it, through my show, I can always play that. So just let me know. You guys can call in 503-725-5945. So let me know if you guys like that one. That was a pretty dope record. I was telling him, he's that old school beat. We were trying to figure out who that was, but I couldn't figure out.
Oh, Sounds of Love, man. I can't think of what the name of the group is.
Yeah, I can't name of the group. Can't remember.
Too lazy to Google that joint right now, but that was one of them joints that like your mom and daddy used to listen to on Sundays.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you grew up in the 90s, you know that beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then actually, the thing about that beat that made me want to go ahead and go for that was Crazy Bones' first solo album. For Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
His Thug Mentality 101.
Okay.
He had a song where he flipped on that beat, and my homeboy had a camera, and that was the first time I freestyled. I got recorded freestyling,
mm-hmm.
when I was 13, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that beat just always stuck with me. I used to love that song. So I found that joint and I was like, yeah, I gotta do something to this.
Yeah, I got to. And it's a nice track too. Did you shoot a video to that at all, or?
Man, I want to go back home and
mm-hmm.
shoot a video to it. Me and my boy Run,
mm-hmm.
Tim Wells. We trying to put that together. Next time I go home. Last time I went home, it was just wasn't a good circumstance at the time. My little cousin had just passed away, and there was just a lot of stuff going on with the family, so it was kind of crazy. So I couldn't really get it locked in. I definitely wanted to do that, and that was over the 4th of July weekend this summer. So we would have had it out by now, but it was just too crazy at the time, so I couldn't get it done at the end. But when I go home, I got probably 4 or 5 joints that I want to shoot videos to because they for home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of my music is for home.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of stuff I say doesn't really translate necessarily, but
mm-hmm.
you go to the South, folks know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. And I'm pretty sure you got a pretty big fan base out there. People know they're supporting you back at home.
Well, I mean,
sure.
good too.
Yeah,
Good
of
too.
course.
Like I'm like pretty solid fan base, man, for like the way I move. You know what I'm saying? I move pretty quietly. You know what I'm saying? But like make big waves at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, I got a text from my partner Kelvin, my partner KB out in North Carolina the other day, man. Like, he shot me a list of like all the places that's streaming my song "Love Is the Highest Religion." It was like every country in the Middle East and like Japan and
That's
China and Australia and London and people in Dubai, and it was just like crazy. Like,
That's
it
dope.
was like 70 different countries that people streaming my music out of right now, and it's like kind of blew my mind. So I was like, oh snap, I ain't realize
like, well, I didn't know I was gonna blow up that big. Like, man.
And not only that, but it's like somebody from North Carolina sent me that text.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
that's dope.
It's pretty cool, man.
Doing big things. All right, so we're gonna get to the next single off of that album. I think it's going to be, what is that one? Dear Past.
Yeah, Dear Past. We actually Dear Past is pretty cool. We got published in Vortex magazine. It's pretty cool.
In what magazine?
Vortex magazine.
Is that?
Yeah, it's a local magazine.
Okay.
Run by my man Chris. It's solid, man. Solid joint.
Cool. You want to, so anything inspired the lyrics to this song or just the whole vibe to this song?
Man, you know, I try to keep like a positive outlook in my music because I can be pretty dark as a person. Okay. So like, I like dressing all black and all that. So like, you know, it's one of them joints where it's like, you know, somebody kind of got on my nerves one day, you know, coming to me mad about what they not doing. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of my way of like taking a higher ground and taking a better approach at it. And like, you know, trying to inspire folks at the same time, you know, without just dissing somebody.
All right. Well, you guys, let's get into it. Let's wait no further. Here is Rasheed Jamal with Dear Past. Your dress looks shorter right here. That's an old pic.
It's a hella
I can tell.
Really,
I was like, your dress.
It's only 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. That's pretty, yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 years ago.
Trying to get shorts like some Bob Marley status, like down the back, or?
Really, man, like, I just let it grow.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Trying to get too crazy with it.
I was bored one day. Like, I just started twisting. I was at home, twisting. I went to my mama room, I showed her this side, and she started smiling.
So you actually just started on your own and you just had to help down the road with it? Like,
yeah, it's like my mom helped me start. I found out that, like, that's how it's supposed to go. Like, spiritually, my mother's supposed to start.
Oh, really? No, I never heard of
I
that.
found that out later, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's kind of happening that way. My mother helped me start. Time I was like, not homeless, but I didn't have nowhere to stay. So, like, I stayed with my friends.
Yeah.
And I had no job, so it was like,
Yeah.
do what I want to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I just let them grow. And this is before I ever got them done, so, like, that's just me twisting my own hair.
Okay.
So then I finally, when I got them done, I think, like, the next year, I went and got my hair done for the first time.
Yeah.
I had a whole afro like right now. So like worse.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are into dreads or the twisties are just, it's a big trend. Especially like in the South, like especially in the South. Yeah. I like dreads though. I don't think I can ever have them, but I like them on guys. Like as long as they look good.
I think it's hard for women to have dreads unless you already have long hair.
Right.
But like you have hair long enough to dread, you haven't done anything to it chemically.
Right.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's hard for women to have dreads.
Only two people? What's going on right now? We are live, Coolin with Keryha, Portland's College Radio. We in the studio. Hey.
Yo, was you at March 15? Like,
what? When? Like recently? I was there. What day was that? Thursday. Yeah, actually I was. You saw me?
Yeah, man. I was like in the bar area, like he was like dancing with like
Oh, no. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like, I was like, yo, that's what's that on the radio? But like,
Man.
I was lit.
Yeah, I was
Clearly there.
Yeah, I was clearly too. Yeah, that's why I was like, hold on. Oh yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Like, that looked like her.
And then I saw you at the NYX that one night, first time meeting you there.
Yeah.
Deer Pass. All right. Okay. We are back streaming live 24/7 kpsu.org. You are now listening to Coolin It with Keryha if you're just now tuning in. And that was Rasheed Jamal. Sorry about that. Rasheed Jamal with Past, his other Dear Past, his other single off his album, Indigo Child. Sorry about that. Little tongue twister there. But now we are going to go, check on the scores, because on my show I do live updates on NFL scores. And last night was Sunday Night Football. And so I'm going to take a break and just kind of give you guys a recap of last night's scores if you guys didn't tune into that. And also tonight on Monday Night Football, since this is the second week going into the regular season. So I will give you guys a recap of last night's scores. All right. So let's get right into it. It's a little loud. All right, you guys. So if you guys did not tune in, as you know, Ravens did beat the Browns 24-10. Panthers beat the Bills 9-3. Cardinals beat the Colts. The Titans beat the Jaguars. The Chiefs beat the Eagles. The Patriots beat the Saints. Steelers beat the Vikings 26-9. The Buccaneers beat the Bears. Dolphins beat the Chargers 19-17. That was a close game. Raiders 45, Jets 20. Broncos, man, they beat the Cowboys 42-17. All right, Redskins beat the Rams 27-20. My Seahawks beat the 49ers 12-9. The Falcons beat the Packers 34-23. And tonight, looks like it should be going on right now. The New York Giants are at home, and they were taking on Detroit Lions tonight. So make sure you guys are tuned in with that. But that was just a quick sports update. I was asking you earlier, are you a big sports fan? And you were saying not really, but you did play sports though.
I like sports, you know what I'm saying? I'm an athlete,
Yeah.
But nah, man, I don't really watch sports like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm kicking it with my homeboy or something like that, we have some drinks, something like that, yeah, cool. But I don't watch TV. I haven't owned a television of my own since I moved here in 2008. So it's been like 10 years without a television.
Yeah, on my show, that's pretty much all I talk about, a lot about sports. I'm a big basketball, girl, so, I love me some basketball.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. I love going to basketball games. I love, you know what I'm saying, going to football games, high school, college, all of that, you know what I'm saying, professional, all of that. But I just don't keep up with sports, you know what I'm saying? It's not really one of my things. Like, I'll be in the barbershop feeling mad awkward sometimes.
Like, oh, man, I can't even talk right now. Let them do their talk.
Well, I mean, not even that, but it's just like, when I'm in a barbershop, I can't get my hair cut anyway, so what am I doing there?
And the sideburns, little touch up.
Right.
But all right, that's what's up though. So yeah, you guys, I always give a live update on the scores and recap of scores. But anyways, back into, your new album. This next song we're about to get into is Lord Finessin'.
Yeah, Lord Finesse, baby. So this joint right here is for everybody that finesse their way through life. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them joints that's fun, turn up to, you know what I'm saying? That's really all it is. Like, what's crazy though is like a lot of stuff I rap about actually come true. So like even the funner songs, there's like it's a deeper level to it, It's a part in here where I said my homie got shot, then they shot up the city, and like, that really happened. You know what I'm saying? In the course of me doing this song, like I wrote this song, and then that really happened back at home. It's like a chain of events that kind of perspired over the summer. You know what I'm saying? And it's really unfortunate, but you know what I'm saying. Like they tell me to keep doing it and keep doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'll be doing it. So this is Lord Finesse right here. You know what I'm saying? Real hood stories.
All right, you guys. So let's get right into it. For some reason, I thought you were saying Vanessa at first. Like, Vanessa.
Everybody.
I mean, this is about a girl?
Everybody
said that?
Everybody said it. It's like, it's like you saying Vanessa.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I've never done
I gotta hear some of this singing though. I gotta hear a little bit of that. Maybe a little acapella later on, maybe? No? I know, I need to. You said it's on Tidal? It's on Tidal, right? How many tracks do you have on it? We are still live. Hey.
She get the numbers to text.
Hey.
I be like, show me the cash. I be like, how do you rhyming those, rapido rhyming those, putting your ass. Falling asleep with my foot on the gas. Goblins and goonies and dressing in black. Bumping the doobies, come back on the gas. The drunk your text that we do in the trash. How do they calculate, where's the paper?
Hey. Only thing I hate about going live is like when we talk, they don't hear nothing, but just it's kind of weird because they don't hear like the music and all that in the background. So it's kind of like, what are they talking about? I mean, they hear us talking, but they don't hear like the music because once I hit this, they don't. This is our headphones, so. Hey. I didn't realize that was a quick song. It's about to be over. Hey. Rasheed Jamal is in here killing it right now. All right, that last track was Lord Finessin' off of his new mixtape, Indigo Child.
Yeah, I think I misnamed the track that I gave you. It's Lord Finesse.
Oh, Lord Finesse.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the 90s rapper, Lord Finesse. Hey, man, look, man, this is something I do, man. Like, I hide gems in my music, man. I'm probably, like, the most... You know how, like, Tupac said, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I took a song and gave it up to you. Like, I took a whole song on my album and gave it up to New York and being from New York and da-da-da-da-da. So, like, you know, I think something that, like, I'm really an artist type, for real. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, as much as it's about, you know, like, having a certain type of swag or having a certain type of whatever, like, y'all none of my watches and none of that shit right now. Like,
Yeah.
Excuse my language. But it's like, as much as it's about like swag and your image and the perception and all the stuff you can build on social media, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually wanted to like represent the type of stuff I like to see, you know what I'm saying? And like make the type of music I want to hear too. So like, you know, in jazz, you don't really hear jazz musicians like a trumpet player, you know, taking a dump on Miles Davis to be politically correct and being like, man, Miles Davis, man, he old, man, he ain't back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you don't really hear, you know, people, pianists, you know what I'm saying, going hard on Thelonious Monk and so on and so forth, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you don't see, like, people in different genres and gospel singers and stuff like that, you know, like, you see, like, people like the Rolling Stones paying homage to, like, Muddy Waters and, you know, Chuck Berry and different folks like that, you know, like, we know where they ripped off the style from, but for whatever reason, you know, hip-hop turned into something that, like, you know, we don't really show respect to, like, the stuff we grew up off of. Like, we came from the same tree, but you the fruit of the tree, but you don't disrespect the tree.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we do the same thing to one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from the same neighborhood, but we want to see that man fall off. Or, like, we both struggle together, but you want to see this man fall off because it's going to make you feel bad about your situation.
Yeah.
So, like, me, man, I put a lot of hidden gems in my music. Like, I'll name a song Lord Finesse. And it ain't got nothing to do with Lord Finesse. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, that might introduce somebody. Like, somebody might be looking up Lord Finesse and not spell it with an X and then find Lord Finesse. Or, like, you know, Pause for the Cause, all them album titles I put in there, you know, they might hear that, and, you know, turn into something different, you know what I mean? So, you know, I try to, you know, just pay homage to, like, the influences that I have in my music, so that, you know, if you're really a listener, you ain't really got to ask me what I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might flip my voice and sound like Pimp C sometimes, just because, like, that's one of my favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, use a Jay-Z line, you know what I'm saying, that I used to bump all the time when I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I feel like I'm at that level. I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's all about the artistic quality. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, we went from sampling, you know, Parliament Funkadelic, and where really you had to play that over because you couldn't never find a way to sample in there.
Right.
Like you went from sampling like Earth, Wind and Fire, like Andre 3000, like the way he dressed, the way he sang, the way his Love Below, it sounded like a Earth, Wind and Fire album.
Right. It's like a lot of artists are doing it these days too. Like they're taking the old school tracks. It's like really popular right now. Like a lot of they're taking like the old school tracks and just trying to make it their own.
Well, that's what it's built on. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's really what it's built on. Like sampling 70s music. But then
Exactly.
like you take something from 20 years ago, it always goes back 20 years. It's fashion, all of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we at a point in time where it's like everything we grew up off of, that's what's hot. So it's like, you know, but at the same time, you know, we got the internet, so everybody feel like everything everybody do is new.
Right.
But then it's new for like 2 hours. And after that, something else got to come forward.
Yeah. I always feel like the 90s will never go out of style. That's why people always are trying to like remake it or something, because the 90s are always going to be like, you know, that era that was just dope to me. Because I'm a 90s baby, so I mean, I love the R&B and the people that are still relevant are not relevant, you know. That's the good music that we need, you know, but...
It's a fight for it's a fight to see what's even relevant now, because honestly, what's relevant is what pops up on your news feed now. So
Right.
like really, you got to decide for yourself what's relevant for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got friends that, you know, we wake up and listen to, you know what I'm saying, Scarface. You know what I'm saying? We get up and listen to Pac. We get up and listen to Anita Baker or something like that. But it's like, you say that to somebody who don't know nothing about it, it's like, what? What's that? You know what I'm
And
saying?
to like the whole new rappers coming out these days, like that's why I appreciate, like, everybody know I love me some J. Cole. Like that's my favorite rapper. He's not all about like, you know, he talks real life.
Well, like,
He's a storyteller, like,
you know,
how
cats,
rock is. So
but some of the new cats, like, I don't down them though, because like they got talent too. Because I remember when I was young, like, they really, what's funny though is like they rap the way I rapped when I was 14 or 15. You know what I'm saying? Just like reckless. I'm young.
Right.
I can say whatever I want to say. I ain't never gonna die.
right.
Da 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 da. But it's like, that's like you put a whole bunch of money in 13, 14-year-old Rasheed hands, and then tell me to go out and say the most reckless junk I could come up with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like they 18, 19, so they should. You know what I'm saying?
Half of the time, I don't even know what they're saying. It's like the beat that saves them. I don't know. Like it's.
But I mean, some of it's fun, man.
No, it is. I ain't gonna lie. Of course,
like,
especially
It has a time and a place. Like
exactly.
I don't think that it's like the way it's marketed. I don't think it should be marketed as like the pinnacle of like this is the dopest ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to somebody, it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I respect, you know, folks.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give folks room to have what they want to have. You know what I'm saying?
That's what hip hop's all about, anyway. So you know,
Right.
gotta give people their shot. But let's get into this Urban Decay.
Yeah.
That's a clothing brand, ain't it?
Is it?
I think so. I could have sworn it's like, I heard like it's like a type of clothing brand, I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
It could be.
I think
Like
so.
Urban Decay, man. It's just one of them joints that's just let it play like this. We can talk over it.
Okay.
But Urban Decay, man, you know, that's like when you look around the city, like, you know, run down buildings, some stuff that's spray painted all over, you know, trash that ain't been picked up, and then it kind of becomes part of the landscape. you
Yeah.
know? And like, to me, I don't know, I'm a country kid, and something about Urban Decay is like beautiful to me. Like, it's like ugly, like My Beautiful Ugly. Like, that's album I released a few years ago. And it's like something about the juxtaposition of it being so fucking grotesque, but it's still pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Excuse my language, KPSU. Don't find me. But like, you know, in this song right here, I talk about, you know, the different social ills that we have that's kind of like causing us to decay as a society.
Okay.
You know, so the, you know, first verse, you know, you got this kid that's like running around through the streets. You got this baby on the way, but you chasing Jordans and, you know, foreign whips. And then, you know, you was closed casket fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the second verse, you know, is talking about just different things in society as far as like government corruption and sending little dudes to Afghanistan and stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, they trying to get that education grant.
Right.
You know, but then, you know, you get shipped to Jordan, you know, trying to get financial aid.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? So it's like you got the juxtaposition of he's trying to wear these Jordans. Wasn't he the Jordans? Wasn't he important? Then this guy, wasn't he important? Wasn't he deported? Wasn't he important? Wasn't he deported? Trying to get financial aid. Wasn't he in Jordan? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the last verse is like, the relationships, quote unquote relationships that we have with one another via social media and the internet. Tell me that you love me even though you haven't met me yet, and then pass me on the streets and tweet me later. Am I crazy or amazing? That's like, you and I, like, having our conversation about, getting on the radio and doing this, but then we see each other out and about and don't say
nothing. Like,
then you hit me later, like, oh, yo, I saw you at da-da-da-da-da-da. You still want to do the show? That's corny.
It is, and it happens a lot, honestly.
Especially
it does.
With women, right?
Well, I don't know. Guys, too, though.
No, I'm saying like for women.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, like you had that dude that like all your stuff. And
then,
like,
and then in person it's like...
They don't say nothing to you,
like
but then they wait till later and like say, oh, y'all saw you at the mall.
Like, why is that? Why do guys do that? I don't know. I would never understand that. True. Yeah. But still, I mean, it's crazy though. I mean, you had all that, courage to do all that, and then can't even say hello in person. It is backwards, but hey, that's how it is, I guess.
That's the part of the song.
Exactly. So, but hey, you said that was off of your previous mixtape.
So
what was that called again?
So that album was Sankofa. Sankofa comes from the Akan language in West Africa, amongst the Yoruba people. It means to go back, to fetch, to bring forward. So it's like, never forget where you come from. It's a pretty common term that, they associate with, like, Pan-Africanism and, just black consciousness, I guess, on a global scale.
Okay.
Yo, what beat is this? It's Joint Jam.
Oh, you don't know Bruno Mars? Come on now.
Nah.
What? Bruno? Are you serious?
I haven't heard
Oh, man, you slacking. This is like one of his biggest hits. I mean, Bruno Mars, though, right? And
I know Bruno
and it's
Mars.
all he has, like the #1 hit. Every hit is a hit. Like every song he come out with is a hit.
Okay, maybe I've heard this song, but I ain't heard.
Probably just the instrumental. Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Jamming,
man, for real. Bruno, he was just here not too long ago too.
Yeah, he was, man.
Mad, I missed it.
Me too, man. I saw Bryson Tiller though. Was you there?
Did you? I was supposed to go, but it didn't happen. Man, well, how was it?
It's cool, man.
He's one of my favorite R&B artists that's out right now.
He was down on the floor, man. You know who killed it though? Her.
Okay, so see, that's who I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Talking about me, Slip. Yeah, her, man. She's a singer, like, and like she.
I've heard her name.
She plays off the ambiguity, so it's like the opposite of everything of like being out there and trying to be seen and all this stuff. So she represents the opposite. Like you can Google her and figure out.
Yeah, I've heard her name pop up. I just never heard her music.
Girl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's like a child prodigy or something like that. You can tell she is.
And SZA, she was just here.
Yeah, bro. I missed that.
Yeah,
man. That would have been a good time.
Yeah,
that show would have been a super good time.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah,
because she's dope.
And she looks great. Like she looks incredible now. Like she lost so much weight.
Really?
Holding it down. Yeah, man.
Really? I would have never thought like she was like bigger than that.
Yeah, boy, she like Rihanna size now, but like
what?
When she first came out, she was a little bit bigger. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, she was just fluffy. It wasn't nothing wrong with it. You know.
Man, everybody hating on Rihanna. Rihanna look good. She always look good just because she got a little thicker.
Hey man.
She always been thick to me.
Hating?
Man, people out there, it's always gonna be some haters.
For what?
Right? Exactly. Hating because they ain't her, I guess. I don't know.
Hey man, look, man. Rihanna. Hey man, look.
Rihanna, if you listening.
Hey, look. You already know.
She know. She know what's up.
I ain't gonna put it out there too heavy.
But yeah, so back to these artists. Who would you say like your all-time favorite hip-hop artist is like back in the day and now too? Like, who would you say?
I don't have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love answering that question, but I got too many. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just name a few. I mean, you already named a few, but...
What? Outkast, as a unit. You know what I'm saying? I love Andre 3000, you know what I'm saying? But I love Big Boy, man, and it wouldn't be him without him. UGK, you know what I'm saying? I love Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? I love Bun, 3 6 Mafia, the obvious answer, especially if you would have met me before my hair grew, Tupac.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that? Did you see the movie?
Yeah, man.
How'd you like it?
I didn't. I didn't, man. That's probably not the best thing to say in the industry right now, but, I'm like a true diehard stan of Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff in that movie where, like, I knew what was going to happen or what was supposed to happen. Because, like, I've watched hours and hours and hours and hours of documentaries and, like, read interviews of different people and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
You know, Sankofa, it was inspired by Machiavelli. You know, I wrote Sankofa in 3 days.
Okay.
You know, and I researched Don Illuminati and researched Marvin Gaye, I Want You. And those albums put together is what inspired Sankofa.
Yeah.
But, man, Hov, man, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Hov, he's about to come here too.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely going to that concert.
I was like, I need to go to that too. I mean, who can't miss that?
I'm definitely going to see Hov, even if I'm in the nosebleed.
That's gonna be
section,
sold out, man. Nosebleed's gonna be like $500.
No, they really
Shoot,
they really
close
not.
to it, cause
No.
that's how Bruno was.
$18. But you know, I'm definitely doing that. So you know, Hov, man. There's so many randoms, man. Eminem.
Yeah.
I want to get off the chain though, like, you know, like Scarface, you know, Master P. I can go on forever, man. Like there's been different phases of my life where I'm just into this. Like Mos Def, I had a Mos Def phase. You know, and then like I started trying to rap like Mos Def for a minute. It's like when I first moved here, like, I was trying to like detox my mind from being on like just rapping about hood stuff all the time. It's been an evolution, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it has.
I didn't always rap the way I rap, but I always rap the way I rap, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always try to get a message across. Because, you know, I was in high school rapping about Confederate flags flying downtown in my city. You know, and it became an issue now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Man, 15, 16 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I was like 15 rapping about that.
Yeah.
Because I saw a problem with it back then. You know, there's a lot of stuff that, like, I've been, like, you know, I just wanted to have conversations with my homeboys when I wasn't around, and, like, I couldn't be there with them.
Yeah.
You know, that was my thing, and it's always been my thing. So I always kind of, I rap like I want people to play my music like I'm dead.
Right.
You know, so I know a lot of stuff I say right now, it ain't going to make no sense to people until I either quit rapping or until something catastrophic happened.
Yeah.
And you forced to pay attention to what I was saying.
I feel like that's the whole point of making music. You want it to last forever. You want a meaning, like you said, a message to get across. But I don't know. It's a group of people that really, you know, don't really focus on that. Like, it's just making the, you know, music, getting the money, and what's relevant. Just keeping the culture what's relevant right now. And
I mean, that's what hip hop was built on, though. It was built in the party. It was all about partying. It was all about partying from the jump.
Right.
And then, you know, you had you know, Melly Mel dropped the message. And then, you know, like a jungle sometimes, it made me want to, you know, and when that came out, it was like, oh, snap, we can rap about whatever we want to rap about. Okay, cool. You know, so, you know, times change, things go up and down, it ebbs and flows. It's going to get to a point that people are just tired of fake. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's not just rap music, it's every form of music. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's pop music, rap is pop now. Hip hop ain't, you know, but...
Yeah, you got YouTube stars, you got people like on the Vine, whatever you call it, just blowing up because of a famous video, and then that's really all it takes these days.
You know what's crazy? It's so many people in the world that is still mad people who don't know nothing about them. But it's like when you tune into it, energy goes where attention flows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or energy flows where attention goes. You know what I'm saying? So like if you get so ingrained into something, like if you ingrain yourself and your attention into one thing so heavily, that's all you'll see everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're in love and you feel like you're in love right now, like you'll feel like everything and everybody is love, and you'll just be happy and it'll fill you up. But like if you feel like disappointment and negativity in everything you do, then that's what you'll see in everything.
Right.
So like if you just see like Lil Pump or Lil Yachty or any of the other people, I don't really want to be shouting folks out like that. But like if you see, if that's all you see from a standpoint of somebody like, man, I want hip hop to go back to this, but you ain't focusing on the cast that's actually doing that, it's your problem.
Right.
Because there's plenty of people out there who still make R&B and then don't use auto tunes. It's tons of them.
And like I appreciate those people that's still doing that.
They're all over SoundCloud. Like instead of hating on what's going on over here, support what you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or like go out and create it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it's senseless to just sit around and argue about some stuff where we could be creating the world that we want.
Yeah.
You know? So you know, it's kind of a different perspective that I think, you know, would be helpful towards humanity. Not telling you what to do, but just a suggestion from a fellow human being learning like you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to ask you a question too, because so this album that you have out now, did you write most of everything, or is it mainly you?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
No ghost writer.
Nah, man. I help somebody write something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, nah, man, I write everything.
Is poetry part of your, like, have you ever done poetry? And
Yeah.
does that help you?
When I first moved here, I did spoken word. They helped me get over my stage fright. Just going without the beat. You would never tell I was so shy about getting on stage at first now. But, yeah, I mean, poetry, man, just speaking with a rhythm, I think that's just kind of something that's built into brothers and sisters out here. Because, like, that's kind of how we talk.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's kind of melodic when we
true.
talk sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, the further back you go, like, you got uncles, you know, that was like raised in the 70s, not born in the 70s, but raised in the 70s or 60s. They kind of got this certain type of way they talk about stuff. And then, you know, or, you know, when they're trying to dance around an answer to a question, you know, they kind of have very rhythmic ways of talking. So I think, you know, it's kind of built into us to kind of have that. So, you know, I do poetry and stuff like that, but for me, when I'm at the mic, if I want to do something that's poetry related or something like that, I'd rather just go out the head. And just like kind of let my soul speak. Yeah. But you know, as far as just writing poetry, the only poet that I'm really a fan of is Khalil Gibran. He's a Lebanese poet.
Okay.
Was like just a really brilliant guy in the world of literature, really famous. Yeah, I just really love his poetry and his way with words, you know, because it's poetry, but it doesn't rhyme. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Future, because he got a lot of songs where he don't rhyme, but it still sound good.
Right. You know exactly. But so you have a few venues that you're going to be performing at, right? One is coming up in October.
Yeah. So actually, one's coming. I got two this weekend. You know, forgive me for forgetting the name of it, but there's Ash Street Saloon performing at Coolin' album release.
Oh, okay.
It's Terrence's album release. Then I'm also, let me pull up the date for this other one for the.
Where is the Coolin' that's going to be hosted
gonna
at?
Be Ash Street Saloon.
Oh,
Ash Street Saloon. I have a really tough time saying Ash Street Saloon. I've been working
tongue
on that.
Twister.
No, it just sounds like I'm saying the A-double-S word whenever I say Ash Street Saloon fast. You know what I'm saying?
And you've been on like Cool Nut Show, right? Is that right? Or
the Breakout Show?
On 107.5?
Yeah, I've been on 107.5. Yeah. I've been on 96.3. I've been on X-Ray. I've been on all the radio stations out here and a few back at home. Been on some satellite radios. So I'm going to be also on the 23rd from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's the East Portland Arts and Literary Festival. So it's a visual art, film, performance, storytelling, book, and craft fair. So I'm going to be there performing a couple of songs with my man Glenn Waco during the day on Saturday. And then we're going to do a panel discussion about art and coming up and different stuff like that.
Nice.
And then later on that night, we'll be at Ash Street Saloon with Cool Nuts and Juma Black and quite a few other brothers that I got a lot of respect for, like DJ Fat Boy. Then on the 7th, we'll be at Holocene with my man Van Port. He put together a dope event. And I believe Fontaine is supposed to be there, but I may be wrong. But like, you know, we got some dope brothers on that, and then I'm doing an event with Adidas at Alberta Rose. I believe it's, you know, it's not on the 13th. It might be on the 7th as well. You know, but I'm doing a couple of songs with them, and it's
nice.
Kind of this conference. But I guess I shouldn't have told everybody because they can't go. But
well, we definitely got to check you out. I know I definitely got to check you out. One of those events. For sure.
Going down out here. like I said, man, Indigo Child, man, like, you know, I ain't the only one that said it, man. It's like really the best project that dropped this year. And I mean, there's no disrespect and not putting nobody else down, man. Y'all just know me, man. Y'all know how I get down. Like, y'all know, like, y'all know I do this, man. And like, I got respect for everybody too. Like, it is what it is. But, you know, I dropped the coldest album this year, man. Song for song, you can like line them up. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, and then I got more to come too. So,
yeah. Well, are you looking forward to collaborating with anybody else?
Yeah, man. Like, with my crew, the Resistance. You know, we got something coming out soon. My man Duke the Genius, everybody at Fresh Tribe is real. You know, me and RC Spitter out there at Burn Money. You know what I'm saying? We was in the lab last week. We recorded some joints, not some joints. We recorded this cipher that's supposed to come out this Saturday too. So that's gonna be hot. I think that's gonna be cool for everybody. And he just dropped this video last night, so it was hard for World War III.
What's his name again?
RC Spitter. Yeah, with a dollar sign. Yeah, dude hard. He hard, man. Like I got a lot of respect for dude because we met, it's automatically vibe, man. And then you know what I'm saying, Hachi Black. You know, that's his cousin. And we been partners for a minute. We got the same birthday. So like he showed up and it was just straight love, you know, and like we got in there, we parlayed just, you know, to like 2-3 in the morning, man. Just like really just posted, filming and recording and just having a good time.
That's what's up.
So like, you know, it's always cool, like it's always cool to get in situations like that.
Yeah.
My man, Aaron O'Brien Smith, AOB. You know what I'm saying? I really love collabing with dude. You know, he's probably the most creative person here in Portland. You know what I'm saying? Like, myself included. He's probably single-handedly...
You let myself included.
He's single-handedly the most creative person I've ever met in my life, I think. You know, him, I put him up there with, like, a select 5 people. Like, my dog, Cloudy October. There's quite a few people that, like, you know, I want to get collabs with. Me and AOB, we got a few already, but... You know, Aaron's one of these cats that, like, you know, he can sing, make beats, and rap well at everything. So, like, while he's making the beat, he'll create his own sample. Like, he'll sing and throw it in the beat and make it sound like he sampled it from somewhere. So, like, you know, he's incredibly talented. Yeah. Incredibly talented.
That's what's up. All right.
But, you know, man, there's a lot of cats out here, man.
There is.
Like, really, that really got it. And, you know, really what they need is just like, you know, the right outlet and the right platform to be seen out here. Because, you know, we already know what the percentages is as far as the demographics. So, like, you know, if we even had 10 to 15%, you know, more black out here, I think that the tables will turn drastically. Yeah. But
you know, that's what it is here in Portland, you know. It is what it is. But, I mean, like I said, you guys, there is a lot of talent here in Portland. And so far, you know, I haven't been disappointed for what I've been seeing, what I've been hearing, and... So there's so much more to put out there. So, you know, same thing with women in radio, like with me, like, you know, there's got to be more. I feel like there should be more women out there of color, you know, on the radio. So, you know.
I think you and Sarah are like the 2 that I know of. Sarah over at 96.3.
Oh, yeah,
You and Sarah, I think y'all are like the only 2 that I could think of on top of my head.
Yeah. Like, well, here in college radio, too. I mean, it's a little different. Exactly. But But yeah, let them know, you know, where they can find your music at. They can download it.
Yeah, so
buy it.
You can find my music on Bandcamp. If you just run around streaming, you know what I'm saying, I'm on SoundCloud. At Remember Always. You can find my album on Tidal. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music.
Make sure you follow him on Instagram as well.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Remember Always with a Z. My music is available at all the streaming platforms, Google Play. I got a station on Pandora, so you can...
Oh, really? I see. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can go to Rasheed Jamal Radio. You can hear
Look at you.
And then get plugged in with with whoever else they associate with me. I haven't been on there to check it out, but I got a bunch of friends and stuff that like send me their screenshots of like listening
that's
to
dope.
radio
To have your own station on Pandora, that's real cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, you know, I'm all over the place, man. I really ain't hard to find, man. Like, God put me in a position to hide in plain sight. So it's like, you know, I know that I'm being kept in a certain way for a reason because I got a lot to say on this next album that it really it's a blanket statement across what we've been doing.
Yeah.
What we've been dealing with as a people. So I wanted to put out this last album to like just really have some fun and bounce around and let folks have that. And that's the same thing I did with Sankofa. And I think I got one more for y'all like that. And then I'm just kind of like, you know, shut it down and really get on some grown man. You know,
make something for the ladies too. Can't forget about the ladies.
I made some stuff for the ladies though.
The little singing.
Yeah, I made some stuff for the ladies though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I did that.
All right.
But, like, I got some more for the ladies too. But you know, I got something for the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like something that we all need to hear and feel. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. And like, you know, at least if y'all don't want to hear it, I do.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody loves something they can relate to, and so, you know.
Yeah, and the people that heard it already, you know, they really can't wait for it to get out there to people. So, you know, we've been working really hard on it. So
I just want to thank you for being on my show today on Coolin' It with Keryha.
Thank you for cooling it with me, Keryha.
And thank you for cooling with me.
Word,
You know, you already know. All right, you guys. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in today, and for my guest, Rasheed Jamal, for introducing his tracks off his new album. Like you say, you guys, go follow him on IG. You can also go follow me at Coolin' It with Keryha, Keryha, for those that don't know how to spell my name. But, yeah, that's any last words you want to say to the people that's listening?
Learn to love one another. Communicate. Don't hate Trump. It's going to poison your soul. You know, I think he's in a position to do what he's doing because he's the easiest person to just be mad at. You give in to just being mad at everything every day. You're going to be mad at everything every day. Don't be a follower. I know everybody want to have followers, but don't be a follower.
Just be you. Do you.
Be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Be a visionary, man. Strike out on your own path.
Yeah.
Be somebody.
And do what you love to do.
You know what I'm saying? And be you.
Yes.
Do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? And me and Keryha, we working on our own radio podcast right now, too. And we just going to get on here and just talk real.
I'm going to do some singing for y'all. I promise, okay?
Yep.
I promise.
And, you know what I'm saying? She coming soon on the track, too.
Yeah, be looking out. Maybe
that.
summer 2018, be looking out.
For real, it's going to be spring.
All right, you guys.
We're going to get a winner 17.
All right, y'all. So that's it. Have a good night. Hurry the hell up. He's always like, it takes too long. So let me try to wrap it up. That's the only thing I hate about like having to share, because we gotta like hurry up.